friends and enemies, and welcome back to Dungeons Deviants, The Fractured Star, presented by Cosplay Deviants. I'm Chance Sterling, your Dungeon Master, and as we last left our heroes, there was chaos at the Gatekeeper's wall. They were betrayed by the previous quartermaster Cliff, a large hulking man who gave them a secret bowl of cabbage to poison Hitchcock, the head monk of the monastery. Through plot twists, turns, and a giant worm, they were able to defeat Cliff and save the day, but just as they felled the giant worm beast, it fell, collapsing onto a few members of their NPC coterie. And that is what we'll be picking up with our party. But before that, let's reintroduce all of our players. Harley, you're up.
Hi, I'm Harley Sin, and I'm going to teach these monks how to sin.
Nice.
Nice.
You're welcome. Wink.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and my mother calls me uncouth.
Hi, I'm Sybil, and I'm off to buy a hurdy-gurdy.
Great.
Hi, I'm your druid, and it's time to make it rain.
Hey.
Hey!
I'm Bunny Jade, and let's hop into action.
All right, so let's set the scene back where we were. There was a battle outside of the courtyard with the destruction of the giant worm and the death of Cliff, the gatekeeper. The swarms in the distance seem to have dispersed, so they are no longer a concern coming towards the gate at this point. However, the worm did fall. Lizzie, who was previously down the worm's gullet, has slashed her way out of the top and realizes that she is standing on one end of a worm, and there are three members of their NPC friends that are no longer visible. One being the summoned wolf that we dance with. Luckily, it's a summoned creature and has gone back to the book. However, Eli, the younger, Lizzie's husband, has disappeared, as has Hitchcock, the head monk of the monastery.
My younger husband.
Well, that's because there's an Eli the older, so.
I'll marry your dad next.
Your mother was
That's
right.
the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt.
Your mother might have been correct.
Just hashtag damn it, Lizzie.
So, in this moment, what is everyone's immediate reaction?
Oh.
That's the
Right.
only guy who knows where the star piece is.
It's true.
I'm free!
Bunny, your immediate reaction.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Well then. I feel like I would just be shook into action and like try to jump down to...
So as you jump down, like many of the other worm creatures that you've fought, it is beginning to like disassemble itself into its own wormy, gooey parts and begin to recede down into the dirt.
Gross.
And as you get down there, and Lizzie's like wiping off the gooey gunk, you see that there are Eli and Hitchcock are both pressed down into the dirt. They both seem very, very hurt at this moment. Neither one is conscious.
Oh, snap.
Okay. I'm just gonna holler. We need help down here. Rain, get over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over and jump down. We'll look at Lizzie. Lizzie, who first? You're the one with the only real stakes in this.
Oh, buddy, well, we need to find out where that star piece is.
So pragmatic. I love it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use Healing Word on Hitchcock. Shazam! 2 more health. That's all he gets.
So,
Wait, 2 plus 4, so 6.
you're casting the spell. Will you go ahead and make a medicine check first?
Sure. 17 plus 6.
17 plus 6, 23.
Yeah.
You approach Hitchcock, and you realize that you've seen in this world combat, you've seen people getting hurt. You understand in the mind within your mind that you've kind of gathered from this, that people, when they fall and they get hurt and they're unconscious, healing spells will wake them back up. In game terms, if they're at below 0 hit points, they can get back to 1. You walk up to this person and you see that this person, Hitchcock, has sustained a significant amount of damage. He is not dead, but he is probably not going to survive the day. Considering all of his long life of fighting monsters, he has sustained enough wounds that even if you, when you cast the spell to heal him, he will wake up, but it's at this point most likely terminal.
Okay.
We
We
just
still
need to
need to
know.
know where the star piece is, so I'm
That's
still
it.
gonna go ahead and cast that.
Of course.
Anyone got Revivify?
So you do cast the spell. At 2, he like coughs back up and is conscious, but like wheezing and weak.
I'm gonna prop him up and I'm gonna be like, Hitchcock, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you're not gonna make it through the day. We need you to appoint your successor and to let us know where the star piece is.
He's coughing, he's wheezing, and he's just, I told you it wasn't going to be last hour. And he points up on the top of the hill where there is the young monk with the pigtails, Dizzy. And he kind of gestures to her to come closer to him. And Dizzy actually climbs down. She's very, very agile, very, very down. And he speaks to her and says, we talked about this. It's time. And Hitchcock very slowly, he looks to all of you and just says, make sure this wasn't a waste.
She was leaning in
Yeah.
to hear him. It wasn't like
Yeah.
inappropriate.
Totally.
Hitchcock closes his eyes and passes on.
Alfred, no!
And
no.
Dizzy actually reaches into her like headband, and the star piece is underneath like a metal portion of the headband, and she'd been holding it onto it the whole time.
Oh, thank God. All right, cool.
So I turn to Lizzie, do you want me to heal?
I mean, yeah, I still get armor class from him.
Go your right.
I'm gonna reach over to Dizzy and secure the star piece.
Dizzy says, yes, I'm supposed to be the next head monk when he passed on. I was trained to be a successor, which would make me the successor now. And the monks do support Concordia. We are here to help. And so if giving you the star piece will help, that's what I'll do.
Thank you for your support.
I'm gonna cast healing word, or actually healing touch probably.
Healing touch! That would imply you're touching him,
All right,
correct?
I'm wrong. It's healing word.
Okay. Well, as you approach Eli, you notice that he's in a pit that is like his same shape, like smashed down. All of his clothes look really rough, but he's breathing fine. He doesn't look like he has suffered any wounds. And there is a small little amulet on his chest that is glowing gold.
Oh, okay.
The golden apple core.
He wakes up like, oh man,
I have to spin that.
that was a weird dream. What happened?
You got squished by a worm.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that weird wizard guy gave me this funny necklace.
Oh, buddy.
Ooh, okay. Well, I guess I'm still married.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
Me too.
She says in sighs.
Really hoping for like that inheritance. Like,
We could have used the gold, but it's fine. It's
gold's
not
still
like
yours.
he's leaving me. I'm leaving him eventually.
it's true. You have to go back at some point.
I want to go back.
You've got a dog.
I've got dogs.
Can
What
we
about your
search
dog here?
the?
All right, well,
or I
he can
guess
go with
not.
Eli.
There's no body.
I love him, but I did not raise this dog. He was given to me. I raised my dogs.
That's fair.
Lizzie, you do have a large iron key that
I do.
you received from inside of the worm, and that is what is used to keep the gate locked. It is still slowly opening.
All right, I'm gonna go lock it.
Dizzy happily shows you back inside. You guys can the gate has opened enough that you can go back through the interior of the gate and reverse the opening mechanism to keep it secure and closed.
Yes.
There is an assembled group of monks who go out and they collect Hitchcock, and Dizzy was moments ago very, very, when you first met her, very, she is still very excited and young and full of energy. But the moment it became real to her that she needed to be serious, you can tell that there's this seriousness to her as she's She has been training for this day, not really excited for it, but she knows what she's doing and is very much jumping into action and helping move things along, do what they need to do to get ready for whatever is coming.
Rain, has your owl returned?
Has my owl returned?
No.
No.
Okay. I think that possibly we should head back to the castle.
Does seem the best choice.
Sugar Spice should be meeting us with the Horsetopia piece.
So as you head back through, Doc Michael has actually gone through and combined while you are dealing with all this. You no longer have 2 wagons, but you do now have a like double-sized big wagon with like 2 different mechanical horses in front, and then like Jonathan and Susan are like sitting on the mechanical horses as if they're like helping guide how the mechanical horses move. Like they're like mech. Like they're oxen inside like mech horses. And he's very much like, oh yes. So I did one more thing to kind of soup this up. I hope you don't mind that I added a little bit to it to make it a little bit, riding in style and add some to what we're going to be doing.
What's up, Doc?
Hey. I knew we'd have to get back to the castle eventually, so I figured might as well go in style, right?
Double decker.
Yeah, I really want to rest after fighting the Alaskan bullworm.
Not having to walk for that would be
You're
nice.
telling me.
I'm really sad. I just watched someone die, so I'm really sad right now.
Yeah, it is dark. Yeah.
In character, I'm really sad.
So you're able to get in this large, like, double war wagon that's going to help you get back to the castle. You're able to rest in this, so that way you can get a full night's rest throughout this part of the journey as you head back to the castle at the heart of Concordia. As you approach the castle, you can tell that there has been a significant upgrade to the walls of the castle. They started digging a moat, like a trench.
Fortified.
They're fortified. There are a lot of soldiers that are, kind of following in your footsteps that you gave them advice to. Various groups that you hadn't seen before have started to gather. There are like some fairies floating around in a group in an area. There seem to be centaurs and like tree people coming to gather because this threatens the entire nation. Various factions are sending forth assistance, whatever aid they can. Even if they aren't necessarily a full, powerful nation, they at least have something to assist. As you enter in the castle, Captain Nimblecolt approaches all of you, and there's something off about
Something
his
is
gestures. Would anyone like to do an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Who feels like they're good at reading people?
I've got a +4.
IRL,
I'm
yes.
not really.
I'm proficient in vibe checks.
You were proficient in vibe checks. All right. Lizzie, what did you get?
I got 16.
16.
I keep rolling the same number on. That's the 3rd time it
I
has
had to
happened.
banish a die. So.
I rolled 14 twice, plus 6, so not natural 20.
All right. A dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. Filthy.
Filthy. The two of you, as you approach, you definitely get the sensation that he's worried. Something is wrong. Something he is not in control like he often is. He is definitely concerned about something.
Bad vibes, guys.
I would like to make a beeline for Barry.
Ah, yes. So you don't see Barry where he is, but you would assume he might be somewhere in one of the meeting rooms discussing things because doing his spy sneaky stuff. So we will do. Who's going to interact with Nimblecolt? You're going to go interact with Barry. What are the two of you going to do?
I'd like to go speak to the fae creatures that we saw.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to go hang out with the fae? There's like tree people and stuff. You're a druid.
Yeah, but I deal more with animals than fae. And
That's
I can't
fair.
speak fae. I can speak druidic, but that doesn't really. I can speak to minotaurs if there's any of those.
There are a couple.
All right, I'll go talk with the minotaurs.
Nice. All right. So we'll start with the fairies.
Okay.
They are very pixies, maybe a small. A swarm is like a bad connotation, so I don't know what a flock of fairies would be called, but it's
flock of fairies.
A flock
I
of
like
fairies.
that.
There's like maybe 8 or 9 of them, kind
That's
of
gonna be
gathering
my
and buzzing.
Lizzie Core band name. Flock of Fairies.
Flock of fairies, the Lizzie Core band.
Flock of Fairies, brought to you by the new genre, Lizzie Core.
They are humming, and as you get closer, you can just tell that they're sing-songy. But the song that they seem to be humming through, while it sounds very, very sweet. Do you speak Fae?
Yes, I do speak Fae.
You can tell that the song sounds very light and bubbly and like foresty fun shenanigans song, but the words are like, we are prepping for disaster, we are here to work. Like it's like they are training and preparing. So it is a very dark lyrics for wartime. That is definitely
So it
a battle hymn kind of situation.
feels like a new Baloopa song. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I they are a favorite enemy, so I do have
You know a lot about their ways.
yeah. I'd like to I'm assuming to be able to tell who was in charge of their flock.
Yes. There's definitely a fairy. He has a very fancy crown and like a nice long skirt coming off of him, and his wings are the largest. Instead of having like 2 wings, he has like 2 sets up and 2 sets down, and is slightly larger than the rest.
Would he be like a king or like a lord?
You would tell that he's some sort of nobility, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell just from that.
Okay. So, but I would probably know that my liege is a good.
Sure, that's a good
okay.
one. Yeah.
My liege, a moment, please.
Yes, champion. I know that you are one of the ones that came through. Hello there. How may I be of assistance?
Hi. I was just wondering, which part of the country do you guys come from? I'm trying to gather any last information we may need.
Ah, yes. You see, we are the fairy folk, and we do live from the center areas of Concordia. So in these plains lands, we live in the rocks and the valleys of this area.
Wonderful. What is our defense setup like for the castle?
Ah, yes. I can show you around. We do have some other folks from these areas, the mountaintops. We have the Minotaurs and the Centaurs from the cliffs. They're going to be kind of our forward guard. The humans and the elves from Concordia have some archers and some trebuchets. And we fairies will also be able to assist on the battlefield with our magical ways.
So are you guys prepared to take names and kick ass then, I assume?
Absolutely. That's what we fae folk do.
Thank you.
Literally take names.
Hence why I wanted to get that one in there. And I'm just gonna kind of observe a little bit more of them as they do, and then observe overall what's going on outside. Do you want me to make any kind of checks?
No, you're just kind of watching. Yeah, they seem to be definitely kind of bolstering from a magical perspective. There doesn't seem to be a lot of wizards in the other factions. They seem to be handling most of the magical preparations.
Okay.
Minotaurs.
Okay.
All right, so there are some large, 2 or 3 big Minotaur guys, and they are digging this trench that help give the castle a bit of a, if something breaches the lines of battle, hopefully it makes it a little harder to get to the castle itself in lieu of a siege kind of situation.
Friends!
Hey, what's up?
What's going on here?
Yeah, me and my boys Frank and Tony, we're just digging this here ditch. How's the swamp castle?
We found the dragon!
The dragon!
The dragon has been recovered and has promised us aid.
Hey! Can't beat a dragon showing up, can you?
Honestly.
So what are you doing today?
We're gathering information on where we're at and if anybody needs help, assisting where we can.
Perfect. Well, if you can, we want to get some water flowing into this trench to make it like a moat. So maybe if you can figure out some way to make it rain or make it flow some rivers in here, that'd help us out.
I can definitely help with, so I'm going to start helping them with mold earth to move stuff out of the way and with shape water to move water into the moat.
Beautiful. You are very, very helpful. So your ability to mold earth is very, very useful, but their ability to with their large thick hands are able to easily help push it in the right directions. That way, the limits of your mold earth can be used in the like fine tuning, not necessarily the brute force of it.
Yeah.
And then the mold water, you're able to direct a stream in to give it a nice full moat. It'll take some time for that to bleed in, but hopefully by the time anything shows up, you may actually have a moat. Nice. Awesome. Sybil, you wanted to go check on your
My fancy man.
fancy lads.
My fancy lads.
So you go heading up. There is like a smoking chamber in the castle where there's like, there's animals on the wall. There's a lot of books. There's fancy chairs. And when you go in, Barry and Cream are hanging out in the center of the table, smoking some pipes and drinking some drinks.
Barry,
Yes, Sybil.
we talked.
We did.
Who's the traitor?
Oh, we didn't get who the traitor was, just that there was another traitor who was going to open the gate. And since you're back, I would assume that you found the traitor.
We did find the traitor. Did you have fun aside from the traitor business? Did you get to do anything?
Oh, yes. Cream had this whole night. We were having this drinking game, and Cream can't handle his liquor, so he made a bit of a mess of himself. But Cream's just completely pink, like just embarrassed and blushing and like sipping his drink. Why? How was your day?
I watched someone die today, so less good.
That is less good.
So, thanks for your hard work. Do you know if General Sugar Spice is back yet?
Oh, we haven't seen her.
Okay. Thank you for everything, Barry. Cream, I'm sorry he called you out. Drink water. Lots of water. Yeah. And in the future, remember, one drink, one water.
Fair. We're gonna cut over to the two of you as Nimblecolt approaches.
Nimblecolt, what's up?
I don't know. We haven't heard from the general
Where is
in
she?
several days. When you departed to the swamps, she departed to to the Horselands to retrieve the piece. It should have been an easy there and back, and we have not heard any word from them.
I'm concerned.
As am I. I believe that, considering what we know of our forces there and what we know of it being the last location of a fractured star piece, leading an incursion into the Horselands to find out what happened is as well the primary ideas of what we should be doing next.
All right, let's go.
Lizzie, we have to do it to him.
Look, I'm ready to leave now, bud.
We have to find her.
I've got my long rest in. I can rage again.
I have to know she's okay. Nothing better have happened to Sugar Spice.
I'm ready.
Can I head towards them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Nimblecolt. Nimblecolt, did you guys receive an owl from our druid?
We did. The owl is in the owlery still. He wasn't sure how to get back because you knew we were going to a different place and didn't know how to get back to you. So he's up in the owlery.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that you guys did receive our messages.
We did, and we are prepared.
Also, did my maids that I sent out ever return?
Oh, yes. They, I believe, were assisting Barry and Cream on their information, and they were the ones that helped get Barry and Cream into the little drinking contest they were a part of.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. I will speak with Sybil about any other information we might have retrieved from that.
Of course.
Speak of the devil. I'm gonna just burst out of doors, and just slam them out, open, because doors better open going out so nobody gets trapped in a fire.
Very specific. Okay. Thank you for your fire safety and alcohol safety talks in the middle of this video. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I was writing down how worried I was about Sugar Spice.
Oh my god, hold on, no. They have to see this.
Oh, there's notes.
Is it my love, where are you?
Where is Sugar Spice?
I'm gonna just
It's the important one.
dead ass look you in the eyes. Barry and Cream. I feel bad for Cream, but useless. There was a traitor. We found the traitor. That's all. Useless.
Got it. Well,
Useless.
at least you were able to somehow realize that we needed to go somewhere for that, so taken care of.
Man, I
walk
guess.
back up from finishing the moat.
I mean, to be fair, if you hadn't gone straight there, the gate would have been opened.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then
I'll
I
give
guess
you that.
you two, like, what
If I see y'all gathering, I'm gonna run up and be like, guys, we gotta go right now.
Well, I mean, we can be you, so you're already there.
Oh.
Yeah.
We gotta go right
Nibble
now.
Cole is like, she's right. We do need to go, like, right now.
Okay, let's quickly.
Berry and Cream told me they haven't heard anything from General Sugar Spice.
Okay, the Fae are preparing all the magic that I think is around. I didn't see much outside of Whitlock, and I haven't seen Whitlock since we've returned. I'm assuming he is preparing for protection inside the castle.
Yeah, where is he?
Rain, you were talking to the Minotaurs. Anything?
We made a moat.
Defenses.
I'm gonna whistle and hold my arm out, and Wighead's gonna land on my arm.
Yeah.
Okay, to Horsetopia?
To Horsetopia!
Thank you.
Today we ride. Let's go. Now.
I look at Nimblecolt as Sybil says ride.
No.
What, we ride
in
the
Dr.
carriage.
Michael's
Yeah.
cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
You can ride more than just a horse.
yeah, there's lots of things you can ride.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Is that what you call a Minotaur? Anyway, the good doctor is at his. Every time you go out to this wagon, it has gotten larger. Every time, it just keeps getting bigger with fancier accoutrements. There's like a satellite dish. Who knows what it's pointing to?
I'm like, I would like to request that Doc add weapons to it next upgrades.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We can work with this. This we can work with.
Yes.
Some virtual saber action.
Like automated Gatling guns, I don't know.
Rocket launchers.
Says the machine gun druid.
Rocket launchers that shoot magic missiles.
Just gonna be a spot for me
That's
to
a
stand
thing
on
we can.
top.
That's one more thing that we can definitely work on. Absolutely.
Magic missile. Magic missile.
Now, I know that you need to get somewhere very, very quickly. I'm going to stay here and work on the defenses, if that's okay with all of you.
Gladly.
Can we take a cart?
I want to fix up the cart, but I did make a separate little cart that has the two mechanical oxen horses that can take you.
All right, Susan and Jonathan.
Yes. Hey, did you by
Horse
chance have any honeycomb in, like, your cart?
No honeycomb yet. I've been trying to find a lot of things, but that's one of the ones I have not been able to find.
We'll get there. Horsetopia, maybe.
Mecha moose.
I'm just, Mecha Moose.
Mechamoo.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the last little bit of honeycomb and offer it to you.
Oh no, I don't want to choose between Susan and Jonathan. Take that back. They'll get mad and
I
then they
stuff
won't
it in my
work. Just
mouth.
trust me when I say that. Like, they're gonna just get super jealous of each other and it's gonna be a bad time. Especially since they're both in mech suits.
Yeah. What,
So-
you don't want horse ox battles?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Hey.
We should mecha move on out.
Get in the mood.
Let's get a move on.
Are we, is this all of us?
I think we're good.
That was it.
I have no puns.
Smooth.
Oh, finally, we can move on.
I feel so left out. I can't think of a single thing.
Oh, well. Next time.
We can
No,
milk
I'm not
one
gonna
out
say
of
hoof
you.
it. I can't say hoof it.
You just did
No. No, I don't want to insult Mr.
Nimblecolt does not
Nimblecolt.
appreciate hoof it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am not insulting our company.
It was supposed to be a cow joke. I mean, horses have hoofs too, but
All right, so you gather up. Who is going on this journey with you?
Nimblecolt.
Nimblecolt.
Are you
I
bringing
am.
your
her
husband?
husband, I would assume.
Is my husband okay?
Yeah, does he need to like?
He is a little dazed, but it seems like this amulet of protection that was around his neck, when he hit like 1 hit point or below 1 hit point. He just was stabilized at 1 hit point.
Okay. And
And
the
then he
long
had the
rest,
long rest.
did that heal him?
It would
up
have, yeah.
pretty- All right, hubby can come through because he's been pretty useful.
Is there anybody else we want to invite along? Like
Uh,
our wonky wizard or
We should check in with Tentacle Tim real fast.
didn't
No,
Tentacle Tim
not
go-
Tentacle Tim. Kevin?
Kevin's in the other town.
Kevin's in the other
farm.
town.
Okay. never mind.
Tentacle Tim is
With
helping
our
I should
wonky
take
wizard
these
is
as
the
notes.
only one.
Yeah, Tentacle Tim
who's
is with the
here.
orcs and the mimics.
Yeah.
Kevin is with the farmlands folks gathering those forces, and Doc Michael is setting up the defenses over here in Concordia.
Yes.
Okay.
So our only other person we could potentially take is our
Whitlock?
wonky ass wizard.
Theoretically.
And I think he
He's
might
needed here.
spend a little too. He might have spent a little too much time sun tanning.
Yeah, his day
Actually
off.
had him help
Like-
us in anything yet, like fight wise. So we don't know what his capabilities are.
But also, he was scared in the tower.
I was gonna say, like I
he
said,
was
he
kind
had
of
that freeze reaction, so
I
I,
mean,
feel
you're
like
right.
that's gonna be more hindrance than
I
helpful.
also feel like him setting up interior magical protections inside the castle.
You think he's gonna do that?
He'd be
That's what
great.
he was trying to figure out. And there's a dragon headed this way to help. at
Look,
the
we got
dog
4
head.
out of
Okay.
5 pieces right now. What if we just like
I mean, it's fine. I was just
dragon
asking.
tails this?
Captain Sugar Spice is in trouble.
We gotta go.
I look back.
A Dragon Tales reference.
Yeah, sure did.
This dragon.
Try with all our
I
might.
never watched it.
Is this a Zoomer thing I'm too old to
Sorry.
understand?
No,
No,
wow.
you should understand
You're- no.
it. It was on PBS.
You're slightly older in the millennial bracket of it,
Yeah.
like just outside.
All right.
Geriatric
The
millennial.
journey. What?
You don't want to know.
What I called you a geriatric millennial.
Hey,
Well,
I guess I am too.
you've insulted God. Now we must die.
Yeah. Our god has been a generous god. But he could be wrathful too.
I feel like that was her lashing out because we're going to Horsetopia.
all right. Well, then, you begin the journey to the Horselands, where Horsetopia is the capital city of this large land. As you head through, there are, various small settlements of horses, some stables here and there. It seems like a nice, overall friendly countryside. It's about a whole day's ride to get to the capital city of Horsetopia. You go through with a couple of little villages. People, they whinny and neigh as you pass through. They're excited. Nibble Colt is, from these lands and has become a captain in the Royal Guard. So that is a very prestigious thing. So it's like a hero coming through. So there's a lot of excitement as you go from town to town. Then you start getting to towns that seem like there's nothing in them. Like there are houses and there are stables, but there's no one there.
So,
They're unstable.
do they?
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask if they live in the houses or the stables. I don't know.
It kind of depends on them, how they feel. Depending on
Kind of
what they
both.
wanted to build, yeah.
All right.
I would imagine stables are maybe for like a lower income, and maybe the bigger houses are for like a fancier merchant type.
Wow. Okay.
Do they have stairs?
I think it depends on the horse.
Okay. Just wondering. Susan and Jonathan can't go in if there's stairs.
It's true. It's true.
They need to
Well, they're mechas now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I guess they're driving.
They
mech
probably
suits,
have some sort
so-
of like.
Grip.
Nimble Colt seems very concerned because these are small settlements, 3 or 4 houses in the one. There's just no sign of anyone. Like they just disappeared. No damage, no tracks, nothing.
And this is like visible on him.
Yes,
That we're able to.
he's like this. Something is wrong. There should be citizens. There should be peasants. There should be merchants in these areas, and there's nothing.
Can I cast my awareness?
You can't.
Okay.
How many miles do you get?
6 miles. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
6 miles far away, you get the brief, bare sensation of aberration and undead.
And I'm just gonna look at Nimble Colt and be like, it's not here, but I sense something's really wrong ahead.
Then we should go quickly.
Let's go.
You move as quickly as you can down the pathway, and as you get further and further, the pathway gets darker and darker, as if the life of the land, this lush green prairies, get darker and drearier and just worse as you go forward. In the earlier lands, there was a cool breeze through the air. You could smell the hay and the wheat and the barley from the fields. You heard the laughter of, like, small, colts running through the fields. And then, when you were in the areas, there was silence. There was nothing. There was no wind. There was nothing. It was just still, awkward.
Stagnant.
Stagnant, yes. As you approach, the wind returns, and you smell smoke. You see a glowing in the distance, and as you open your eyes, you will see the remains of Horsetopia.
Oh no!
I'm dropping to my knees. Just no. I don't know how I will go on if Sugar Spice is not okay.
Nimble Colt is just frozen, just absolutely frozen.
Would my senses be stronger right now?
Oh, there's undead all over the place.
Guys, we need to be very careful. I don't know what it is, but something's not alive, but kind of alive.
In fact, roll for initiative.
Glad you said that then, because I was about to run out into the middle of the field and be like, come get me.
17.
20. No, I know.
I rolled a
4.
13 plus 4 is 17.
6.
I rolled a 17
Buddy,
plus
this
3.
is why we have dice rolling
20.
things. I have 8.
Rain, you have the first reaction, but I'm going to do something before you start. Sure. What triggers your fight or flight instinct in the middle of this roll for initiative situation is that at your feet, crawling up from the ground, are 4 humanoid skeletons that begin to crawl up. One crawls up in between each of you, so there's like one between Bunny and Sybil, one between Sybil and Rain, one between Lizzie and Harley, and then one between, just exactly like that. 4 skeletons begin crawling up from the ground and reaching toward you. Rain, it is your action.
Okay. How far apart from each other would you say they are?
I would say they're between about 10 feet apart from each other.
Drats. Okay. I'm gonna save that then. I'm gonna go ahead and use Thorn Whip on the one closest to me, this little guy right here.
All right. So you're summoning casting a spell to bring a thorn up out of a vine up out of the ground to whip at this skeleton. Is that correct?
Yes. 17 plus 6.
17 plus 6 will definitely hit. How much damage?
It is 1d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is larger or smaller, I pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to me. Oh. It says if the creature is large or smaller. I don't...
So there's different sizes of monsters. So large would be bigger than you.
Oh, okay.
There's like huge and things like that.
I
So
see
it is
what you're
not.
saying.
It is a medium-sized monster. So
And
1d6
so
of
it's
damage.
the same size as me?
Yes, it's the same size as you. Yeah.
There's my d6. 5.
5 points of damage to the one on the other there. All right. You whip at the skeleton, and parts of the parts kind of break apart as it's still like writhing at you.
And then I would like to engage my starry forms of the archer.
Bonus action, star form of the archer. In midst all the billowing clouds of smoke, your star form is still able to glow bright around you. Sybil.
How close is it? Is it in melee combat?
I would assume that most of them are in melee combat with you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and disengage
All right.
for a bonus action.
Disengage will be your move action, but then you can
Oh, okay.
dash afterwards if you need to.
Okay, so disengage, dash behind that over there, and hide.
All right. So that's going to be your 3 actions for the turn. Let's see how well you're hiding.
Not great. I rolled a 6, and my stealth is 8, so that will be 14.
14. The good news is that undead are typically not very perceptive. That being said, you did leave Bunny there to defend against one skeleton by her lonesome, and it does swing, swiping a short sword at Bunny. It is going to hit with a 20 armor class and deal some damage to Bunny. You're going to take 8 points of damage.
Sorry.
The same would be said for the one that is attacking Rain, considering it was Thorn Whipped. It is going to critically hit Rain, and so it is going to deal
Sorry.
It's okay. That's not on you.
10 points of damage to Rain.
Yay, y'all.
Lizzie, it is your action.
All right. Well, I'm gonna smash some bones. So big axe.
Bone.
Yeah, buddy. That is 3. It's backwards.
A 3?
It is a 3.
too.
A 3 plus whatever is not going to hit.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna miss this skelly boy.
Would you like to do anything else? You're currently kind of wrapped up with a couple of them. And also, would Eli like to do anything?
I was gonna say, after I swing a miss, that's gonna put me in a rage.
Yeah, missing makes me rage too.
Yeah, kinda. And then so seeing me get angry, my hubby's trying to come to my defense with him sword to sword. And he hits. This was a 17 I just rolled.
All right.
And I don't know what else is.
He has a +7 to attack when he hits, so he's very similar to you.
it?
Very strong. And he is going to deal some damage.
We're a power couple.
Which one is he attacking? The one that Rain attacked?
The one that I tried to attack, whichever
That one or that?
one was coming at me.
You're kind of engaged with 2 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want the one I've already hit or the other one?
Let me go for the other one since you've already hit over there.
2, 4 plus 4, 10 points of damage.
Get him, babe.
Question before we move on. Is Nimble Colt fighting with us?
Nimble Colt seems to have some sort of effect keeping him from fighting in the back.
Okay,
Like
cool.
he seems like,
That's okay. I
In
just wanted
shock.
to double check if we could enlist more help.
yeah.
Maybe he go home.
I think he is home.
That's the
unfortunate
problem.
part.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Harley, you're up.
I'm going to. I've got 2 in me. Would I be able to disengage?
You can disengage and move around because there's no
Yeah.
other side of the board.
I wanna
will let
get-
you kind of move through them to get through.
Yeah, I'd like to just dunk under that and get to the other side. Is this barn thing within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
You have cast Detect Magic onto this stable ahead of you. You are getting the powerful sensation of some sort of arcane aberration magic and a very dim amount of divine magic. However, as you move on the other side of the stables and you step into this center area, more undead begin to crawl out of the ground. Only this time, they are not humanoid undead. They are instead the
Horsenoid.
undead form of perhaps what once were horses of Horsetopia.
Horsenoid.
Horsenoid.
Equestrian?
Equine?
Equine. There we go.
There you go.
I just kind of look at them and then look back at where I was and just okay.
All right. So we have one zombie attack, one skeleton attack on Bunny. That's a little 6 natural. That's not going to do anything. We've got that's not going to hit Lizzie, or I guess they'd be hitting at Eli, and we're going to hit at Rain. And no, these skeletons are like.
They don't have eyeballs anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
jangle
so-
bones.
Like,
They're not doing so good at hitting
No.
no.
you. Bunny, it's your action.
I am going to cast my cantrip Green Flame Blade. I'm creating a green flame in my hand and kind of flourishing it onto my dagger. And I'm going to stab the zombie in front of me with it.
All right.
So I make a regular melee attack with that.
It's just a regular melee attack. It doesn't use your magic powers at all.
I make a melee attack, and then on a hit, it takes the weapon attack's normal effects and also causes green fire to leap from this target to the next target if
Okay.
it's within 5 feet, and I was like, maybe this one.
I'll give it to you. It's a little bit far, but I think that's fun. That sounds exciting.
Okay.
All right, let's see if you can make that melee attack.
Okay.
That's what we need to get through first.
Yeah.
Do it hit.
I rolled a 12.
I'm gonna give guidance.
That guidance you have to actually cast in advance.
Okay.
It's not a
Okay,
reactive
that's
spell.
fair.
It is a spell you have to plan for.
What do I add to like strength?
So it's going to be
if
your
it's-
proficiency bonus plus your strength bonus.
Okay, +2.
So +3, so you're looking at 12 plus 3, 15?
That was +2.
Oh, so 16.
16. Yes.
All right, 16 is going to hit. So
Yay.
let's start by rolling the damage of your dagger, which is a D4.
We can go with that. I can take a moment and add it to my thing, or we can just roll with it.
Go D6. That sounds more exciting. Let's have fun.
Okay. Okay. So 1d6.
Sure. Plus your strength modifier.
3 plus 2, so that's 5 damage.
5 damage. How much does the green flame do? Is that a
Plus
+5?
4.
+4? All right, so a total of 9 damage.
Yay.
And then it flies and hits the next skeleton.
Yeah. Like, I'm pissed. I make the fire, put it on my dagger, stab it into him, and then it's flying out of him into the next skeleton.
All right, and that same 5 points of damage over there?
Yes.
All right.
It says.
So yes, yeah, you make this. You're full on, green flame. You stab in there, like flame comes out of the little eye sockets and like flies out and hits the next one across the way. Yeah.
Awesome.
Rain, what you got?
All right, I'm going to disengage and move just out of immediate melee.
That's a pretty good call.
And then I'm going to summon my direwolf in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So he is still in melee.
Sure. Yeah, it's an unoccupied space within like 60 feet, so you got that.
And then does he doesn't attack the same move
He can
uses?
attack your next turn.
Okay, that was what I thought. And then I'm going to fire off my archer form.
All right, yeah.
Too many tabs. Too many tabs.
Do-do-do-do. Too many tabs.
15 plus 6. 21.
Hits.
Cool.
21 hits.
And then it's 1d8 plus 4. Three plus 4. So,
7 points.
yeah.
So you are able to you summon your wolf ahead of you, and you kind of dodge back against the skeleton. Your celestial form above you aims back and shoots a star blast straight through and pierces through the skeleton, and it collapses into bones. Sybil.
All right. Well, I was hidden and all that good stuff. So I'm going to continue to stay hidden. And I think I probably noticed that Bunny seems to have it over there. Would I have noticed these guys?
Yes, you would see it.
All right.
They make
well,
noise. They make this horrible creaking, clattering bone sound as they reassemble from the dirt.
gross. And I see Harley's kind of by herself. So I am going to turn my attention to the one that's closest to me. And I'm gonna draw my bow and hope for the best.
Yeah, let's do it. Sneak attack.
So I got 11 and 12. 12 plus 6 is 18.
18 hits.
18 hits. All right, so I'm gonna get my sneak damage, and which is 2d6 plus my regular d6. So I got 4, 3, and 1, which is 8, plus my 4, which is 12. 12 points of damage, sir.
12 points of damage works. You definitely shoot your bow right into the side of this skeleton, and it definitely like clatters in and does some damage to it, and it kind of looks. You're hidden, but once you dealt damage, it knows where it's
Yep.
coming from, and so just this like lifeless, cold eye looks not forward because horses are prey animals, so it looks sideways at you, but you know that it's
Beautiful.
looking at you.
I haven't taken my move action or my bonus action.
That's true.
So I'm gonna go ahead and for my move action, move back behind the stable. Mm-hmm. And then stealthily hide.
All right, try your best.
Do my best.
That's pretty good.
I rolled a 19 plus my 8 is 27. I think I'm okay.
You're pretty stealthy.
sneaky.
I would say
Alright.
that's pretty stealthy.
I'm sneaky. That's my job.
All right. So the one that was looking towards you that you shot, charges over to where it believes you are, and runs directly into that piece of wood. So Harley, if we could charge that one that way. However, the other two, without anything else to look at, draw both of their heads down and charge straight at Harley.
Oh no. Oh, buddy.
All
They
right.
have to trot.
I was gonna say I like the little step.
The first attack, Harley. That is an 18 versus your armor class.
12.
All right. The second attack is a 19 versus your armor class.
12. Your AC is only 12?
I have a light leather armor. I'm a ranger.
And in your dexterity should be giving you something, right? No?
Yeah, you should be adding your dex.
That only puts me at 13.
But everyone helps.
So no crits, but it is the result. You're going to get then 4d8 plus 8 damage from the 2 gores, and then some extra damage from the hit on the charge. So let's see how much this goes. So that was a 3, a 5 is 8, a 6 is 14, and the 4 brings us to 18. Plus 4 puts us at 27. How many hit points do you have total?
40.
Oh, good. And then each of the hits from their like bone parts of their head hit, which deals an additional 9 on each of that. So that was 18 plus 9, 27 plus 9, 36. You then fly backwards prone into the stable behind you.
Well then.
Are you conscious?
I have 4. How much was the total again?
36.
Buddy.
I have 4 health.
Oh, buddy. What happened?
Well,
Lizzie,
at least
it's
I
your
distracted
action.
one of them.
Buddy. Ah, man.
That's true. They would have all 3 charged in one spot had there been the opportunity.
Did I notice what had happened there?
You would see these skeletons rise and then charge into your ally, absolutely.
Okay.
I probably went, "Ugh."
Okay. All right. I'll take care of this skelly boy. So I'm gonna send my hubby to her aid, cause I'm competent. So he's.
You want to go ahead and try to strike down that skeleton first?
I was gonna say I'm gonna attack the skeleton in front of me, and he's gonna go attack the horses.
So let's do your actions first, and then we'll do the
Okay.
next one. So you're going to attack the skeleton.
All right. I'm gonna attack the skeleton. That's a 5
Plus
plus 7.
is 12.
12.
All right, that does miss.
Whoop.
But you're still in melee with this. But since you're fighting the skeleton, your Eli is able to get off to the side.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he can go ahead and go through there. Blah, blah. Okay, don't mind me.
And he attacks, and he also has a +7, and he does 2d6. Plus
So
4?
that was that's a 6, I think it was 6, and then he has 7, so 13.
13's going to hit.
All right, thank God. And then he
apple
has a
dashed
what? I'm
right
sorry,
over
he's
there.
a what for
2d6.
2d6.
He apple dashed and jacked it up.
All right, that's 4 and 3.
So 7 points plus 4. That's 11 points of damage to the third skeleton over there. All right.
stuff.
He lunges forward, pulls out that giant glowing sword, and then slashes it against the bones of the skeleton.
Yeah, take care of my friends.
Harley, you are prone with 2 skeletons in combat with you. You can stand up, but moving away from them will trigger attacks of opportunity should you do anything other than disengage.
So I can't Misty Step?
You can Misty Step. Yeah, you can. Other people can't, but you can.
I can.
You can.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up.
Misty Step
You
TFL.
can actually Misty Step from the ground. That way you don't have to worry about being in danger. Like you can like
You Misty
you can like
roll.
poof, like bamf
Okay,
away.
I'm going to poof to like this side of the stable because I have to be able to see it.
Okay, yep.
Sorry, Eli.
It's okay, he's got himself.
And then I'll stand. And I don't think I can do anything else.
Oh, because Misty Step is a bonus action, standing is a move action. You do
Okay.
have a standard action left.
You might want to heal yourself if you can. If there's anything you can do. Do you have any potions or do you have any of those
Does
berries?
healing touch work on yourself?
It does.
Yeah, I've got cure wounds.
You should cure your wounds. You're dying.
I'm sorry. And you know what? Thorndyke probably still wouldn't have any bandages.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So bitter.
Mother Trucker probably still wouldn't have bandages for anyone. Maybe just a little bit.
It
Bitter
was
about
like 2
bandages.
arcs ago.
2 arcs ago.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
I have to touch myself. It's 1d8 plus 3.
Hot.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Heal myself. It's like, oh, that feels so good. And then all of a sudden you're healed.
6. So I'm up to 10.
Hey!
God bless.
I'm not dead yet.
They haven't killed me yet.
All right, the skeletons are still active. So one is going to the one oh Bunny, you got 2 friends now because one's gonna come charging at you. So you're gonna get 2 swings from these skelly boys. Your armor class is
13.
13.
Plus your dexterity.
Oh, plus dex?
No, that's already added in.
Oh.
She's sorcerer. She doesn't have armor.
Gross.
Big sorry.
So they did a +4.
And
So the
squish.
12 misses, but the 15 hits. So you are going to take D6. So you're going to take 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Lizzie, you've still got 1 on you. It's going to swing. And you, 6 plus 1 is not going to hit your armor class. So you do not take any damage.
Hey.
Oh, hey, wait. Lizzie, you're in a rage, right?
I am mad.
You get 2 attacks.
I do get 2
Why don't you
attacks.
take another attack, because we forgot
I'm
about
gonna
that.
punch this dude
With your axe.
right in his bones. That's 4.
Well, I guess it works out the same way.
You tried to punch him in his bones.
Bunny, it is your action. You've got 2 skeletons in your face.
Okay. I'm
There's also like not very many allies near you.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
kind
gonna
of
fix that.
well, for right now, I am going to cast Burning Hands.
All right.
And it says, as you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flames shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. And I'm like, is she gonna?
I'll give it to you because you're doing like a this number.
Yeah, and cone.
I'll give it to you. Cone. So how much damage goes out? And let me guess, dexterity saves?
Yeah, they all have to make dex saves.
All right. So, oh, no, die.
Am I allowed to touch your die?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Am I allowed to touch your
All
die?
right. These are for the 2 skeletons. What's your save? DC is at 16?
It's
My spell save DC?
Yeah.
14.
14.
yeah. There's
Always
like
ask for consent.
One skeleton saves, the one on the far end saves, the nearest one doesn't, and then the pony saves. Do they take half damage on a save?
Half on a success, so they
Alright.
still take damage. It's just half damage.
Okay, so roll damage.
Okay, I'm casting this at the highest level I can, so I'm gonna roll 4d6. Can I have some d6s? Oh,
And if you use a sorcery point, you can re-roll up to 4 of those dice. So if you roll low,
you're right.
you can sorcery point up some extra damage.
I'm gonna be like, just kidding, I hit harder.
touching other people's
Wow.
dice
You're gonna.
is a superstition.
I should
You
re-roll.
might jinx them.
I would.
Yeah.
She got 3 2s and a 3.
We are
Yeah,
re-rolling.
It's worse.
How many sorcery points do you have? 4? 3? 2? 1. Earth below me.
I feel like we said 4, but
I think it's 4.
I can't find it now.
We'll go with 4.
Okay.
I love 4. 4's a good number.
Love 4.
So you can burn another sorcery point.
I am.
I will let you
roll
burn
one at
another
a
one.
Yeah, maybe I should.
We're not even at the big boss yet. We're all gonna die.
Hey.
I'm saving my star's light.
Nice.
Cool. I've got like
Yes.
rolling
Okay.
one at a time. Is
Count.
it?
That's it.
5, 4, 4, and a 3.
So 9, 13, 16 points of damage. So 16 to anything that failed, 8 to anything that survived, that passed.
Yes.
You put your hands out, and shoot this big gout of flame pushing forward out from you. And it completely chars the two skeletons directly in front of you. They completely fall to dust. And then the pony in the distance only gets a bit of the flame and kind of weathers through it, but it definitely takes some damage from that.
Nice.
You no longer have an enemy in melee combat, so you are able to move freely.
Okay, yeah, I should move closer to everybody.
Because there's definitely a skelepony staring straight at you.
I was gonna say my bets would be the skeleponies.
But, I'll just move closer. Yeah, I'll just move closer, like here. Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, Rain.
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. So I'm gonna summon my bestial spirit.
Could y'all not?
Yawns are contagious!
Sorry.
Jeez,
I really don't want to do it. I'm trying so hard.
So a land creature that's prudent to this, or like related to this area, but is probably not a horse because I think it would be weird to summon a horse when there's sentient
Sure.
horses.
Probably not a horse.
So you're
Summon a
trying,
deer.
you're trying to summon a land creature to help you out?
Yeah. I have another wolf.
Why not a bear?
Stag.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
bears
a
are
bear.
cool.
How about a bear?
Yeah.
Bears be wild.
Do I need another angry dice for my bear?
Yeah, use an angry dice for the bear, because I don't have a bear.
Angry dice.
Angry dice. So, I guess I am also going to. I would need to move to hit anyone right now, right? Like with my. Well, I guess it's a range thing with my star
It's an arrow,
form.
yeah. So, and you have your wolf as well. So there is one skeleton in front of Lizzie, and there are still the two skeletons over in front of the stable. All three of those other skeleton ponies are up.
I'm gonna try to shoot this one that is in combat with Eli.
Yeah, I'll say you have a clear shot. It's just like hay in the way. You can do that. So your celestial form moves over, knocks the arrow, and takes a shot.
Oh.
12. See, I rolled a 6.
6 plus 6 is 12 against which one?
The
Those? 12 hits.
yes. Okay. And then
Nice.
I roll D8 plus 4.
D8 plus 4.
6 plus 4 radiant.
Radiant damage. Doesn't do anything right now.
Okay.
But that's still 10 points of damage. And so you can tell that there's like, it's struggling to hold itself together, but it kind of shakes and is able to maintain its constitution.
All right, and then I'm going to send my wolf over there to assist as well. And since he is near homie here, he gets his bonus.
Pack tactics.
Yes,
Bone
tactics.
us.
Hey.
So let's see. 7 plus 6 is 13.
13
So that
hits.
Okay. And then he does 2d6 plus 3 piercing. That's what it is.
That's the dire wolf bite.
Okay, well, I got 4.
4, okay.
And then plus 5. So
9.
9.
All right, so you've dealt a significant amount of damage to this skeleton pony, and it is definitely barely holding itself together at this point.
Cool.
Would you like to move? You do have the opportunity to move at this point. You do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come like over here behind.
All right, I'll let you do that. Sybil, you're up.
All right. Well, everybody else has been attacking that pony in the back, so I guess I'll do the same.
Which pony?
The one that everybody else has been
Oh,
attacking.
that one, yeah, you got a good shot on that one, yeah.
We gotta take it out. You know, not to dinner.
No, not to dinner.
maybe
So rolling
we
with
could.
advantage, I rolled a 3 and an 18. 18 plus 6 is 24.
24 definitely hits.
Beautiful. 24 hits, guys. And then I got 6, 4, and 4. That's 14. Plus 4 is 18 damage.
You knock your arrow, aim straight at the pony, and just take out one of the like spine bones through the middle, knocking the head off, and it just collapses.
Goodbye, pony.
And then would either of the other
Goodbye,
ponies
horses.
have noticed, or do I need...
They don't seem to do a lot of noticing.
Okay, so I probably don't need to do a stealth check to rehide or anything if they didn't notice?
At this point, I don't think they notice, because
Okay.
you didn't hit them.
Okay. Cool. I am gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to the other way. No. My cape. It's gonna blow the other way in the wind.
Oh,
Nobody.
your bonus actions make your cape flow dramatically after you kill a skeleton horse.
Yeah,
And
triumphantly.
Me
I
and
was
Rain
gonna
see
say,
this.
like, they're watching that, like, everybody's mesmerized right now.
Yeah,
Harley
so
has
I'm
a
just kind of like,
I've literally just been missing Skelly boys, and you're over here sniping heads
like-
off. Like,
All right, so it is time for the 2 skeleton horses to attack. One of them is going to charge directly into Bunny. The other one will charge directly into Eli. Bunny, your armor class is
13.
7 plus 3 is 13.
7 plus 3?
That's
Sorry,
10.
6. 7 plus 6 is 13.
I was just like, that's bad math.
6. I knew it was supposed to be right. Bunny, how many hit points do you have?
I have 23 right now.
Oh, good. This theoretically shouldn't kill you. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 9 is 23. You go flying 10 feet back and land prone next to Lizzie.
hi.
23?
Is that your hit points?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Oh, then you're at 0. You're unconscious.
Unconscious. Just don't go negative. Below 10, right? Or is that 3.5
Half.
rules?
It's your hit points at negative. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm not okay.
Okay.
Eli. He's going to get hit as well.
Oh, hubby.
TPK. TPK.
13 plus 4 is 17 plus 9 is 26. He goes flying back into those hay bales and is knocked on his ass. Lizzie, the new love of your fake life and one of your good friends have fallen near your feet. There is a skeleton in front of you. It is your action.
Y'all are falling and you can't get up. Don't worry, life alert. That's a 5.
5 plus 7
Is 12.
12.
And do I hit him?
You'll hit him. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm hitting that boy. And that's a D12 for my hit. This is a D12. And that is a 2. Plus 5 slashing.
7 slashing will take out that skeleton.
All right.
Goodbye.
You do still have.
I do
since
have
you drawn,
another action.
a move action and an attack as a bonus.
All right,
action.
let me go up to Horse Boy here.
This one?
That
one.
guy who just rammed my boy. And I'm gonna hit that boy. That's a 10 plus 7, 17.
17 hits.
Cool.
Let's do some damage.
Let's do some damage. Yeah, buddy. That is another 2.
Plus
Plus 5, so 7.
7. Awesome. This one has not actually been hurt yet. So while you are slashing at it, it is taking damage, but it is very fresh for a rotten corpse.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Does it take an action for me to switch between starry forms?
So it is a bonus action to do that.
Okay, so would I be able to use the new form in the same move as I changed it?
In chalice form, yes, because the chalice form is just like a static effect, not a action you use.
That's what I need.
Okay. Harley, your action.
I'm just gonna go ahead and draw my bow at the pony in front of Lizzie, because I feel like she's in the most imminent danger of somebody standing.
No, it'd be fun.
Somebody's standing. I wouldn't have seen what happened to Bunny, so
It's true. It's not in your line of
it's
vision
not
at
in
all.
my line of vision, so.
That's
20.
20.
Oh!
Hey!
Let's do some critical damage.
Oh, good.
Crit.
D8.
Do something cool. Do something cool.
For critting, do I what do I roll?
Roll it twice, and then your modifier times 2. So if it's a D8, you roll 2D8, and then whatever your modifier is, add that twice.
Do you want to D8? Ha 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 ha.
That was
A D10.
a D10.
We'll let that, since you rolled a 10, we'll consider that an 8.
Okay.
That's fair.
So it's an 8 and a 4
12. What's your modifier?
plus 1.
Plus 1. So 14 points of damage leveled at that pony. It definitely takes a significant amount of damage from that. Like, it's not insignificant, so that's good. And it is shuddering, but it's still standing and focusing on Lizzie.
Staring straight into my
The
eyes.
other one that just knocked Lizzie down does not have anyone directly in its line of vision.
Bunny.
Bunny, sorry, Bunny.
I would be, but I'm pretty far away, I feel like.
It is going to charge towards you and get about halfway there. Like, it's just going to move straight because you're the only one it can see. Yeah, that's a good call.
Perfect line.
Lizzie, you are going to be attacked.
I am going to be attacked.
Luckily, you were in hand-to-hand combat, so you were not able to be charged. It is going to roll 14 plus 6 is 20, so you are going to take the slashing damage.
Are you still enraged?
Yeah. I'm pretty livid.
So 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 4 is 15, divided in half is 7 points of damage.
Dang. 49 minus 7, 47 damage. 47 HP. That's what I mean.
42.
42.
42. I can math!
Don't worry, I got you. I'm an econ major.
Bunny,
Math.
so you are unconscious. Are you at 0?
0.
Okay.
It was
You-
all 23 out of 23.
The good news is you didn't fall below 0.
Okay.
So you are not dying. You are just unconscious.
Okay.
You can roll a d20. If you roll a 20, you stand back up. If someone heals you, you stand back up. Aside from that, that is your action.
Okay.
You were there.
I am just
You
almost,
were stuck in a hole.
almost dead behind a barn.
Cool.
I rolled a 5.
Hey, you're not dead and you're not dying. You are stabilized. So
Just
there we
taking
go.
a half a dirt nap.
That's cool.
Rain, your action.
Okay, I can run to be within about 30 feet of Bunny, yeah? From where I'm at?
Absolutely, yeah.
But, okay, we'll call that about here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action now to switch my forms to the chalice.
Yep.
And then I am going to go ahead and, if I heal like it's however much I heal is how much HP she gets.
Yes.
It doesn't just come up to 1 since she's not dying.
Correct. Yeah, you just get all the healing. Yep.
Okay, cool. I thought so. That's not the right button. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and use a level 2 healing word. So Bambladam. And it's 2d4 plus 4. That's not a 4.
It's the little like pyramid.
It's like a little dagger
Oh,
thing.
this one.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's not a pyramid on these, right?
No.
It's like a little crystal.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2. Hold on. Plus 1d8 plus 4. No.
Yeah.
That's the archer thing. Sorry.
It's also 1d8 plus your wisdom on top
Oh
of
yeah,
that. Yeah.
so it is 1d8 plus 4, so one more. So 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 health points.
You are awake with 10 hit points.
All right, and then I'm going to send my bear after this horsey. And he also has pack tactics.
Great. A bear and a wolf. This is like OTP, right?
So I'm going to use Maul, which we'll see if he hits first. 19.
Hits. Yeah.
So I do 1d8 plus 4 plus 2 from him. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2 piercing, so 13 piercing.
13 piercing.
And then my wolf is gonna come after this.
If the wolf leaves, the pony will attack it,
Okay,
granting an attack
we're not gonna
opportunity.
do. Okay, we'll just attack that horse too. We'll try to take it out then. So he also has pack tactics. So 5 plus 6.
11 is going to miss.
Okay.
Sybil, it is your action. Well, something you have noticed is that when the horses seem to be engaged with someone, they don't seem to be as dangerous. When they are able to get a running start, they are incredibly dangerous. It is your action.
Well, over there is pretty covered. They got that. I think they got that. They have. I'm seeing a bear, a wolf, a very beefy dwarf. Like, I think they got that one.
Yeah.
But this other one is like charging toward Harley.
Correct.
And I know Harley was kind of hurt when she went blam into a wall.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully.
Are you going to shoot the horse?
Yeah.
You're not going to attempt to engage it. Okay.
No,
Good to
I'm
know.
not.
You're gonna shoot the horse.
I am gonna shoot the horse.
No, continue.
Yeah.
That's
Gonna
what
take
you
it
do
out
with
back.
a horse. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what
I
you do
rolled
with
a
a horse.
14 and an 8 with advantage. 14 plus 6 is 20.
20 hits.
Beautiful. All right, and with my sneak damage, I got 6, 6, and 2. That'll be 12, 14, plus 4 is 18 damage. Then I'm going to go ahead and dash back behind these hay bales over here and hide.
Okay.
Probably not well. 5 plus 8 is 13.
All right.
You're just like standing behind the hay bale and you're like,
You did a significant amount of damage to this horse. It is definitely looking worse for the wear. However, you have left Harley as the only thing it has a sight on, and it will charge Harley one more time.
Boo, I'm sorry.
Please don't hit. Please don't hit.
I did my best.
Oh,
I can't
no.
see what it is.
Did it crit?
So.
It crit.
Oh no.
Oh, boo!
What is happening right now?
TPK.
Harley, I don't know if I can get to you.
What's your total hit points?
10.
No, total.
40.
So I need to not deal 50 points of damage to you, because that would be a true death.
Oh, hey, are you...
Oh.
6,
Because you're low?
12,
Not yet.
13, 21, 30 points of damage. You are flung 10 feet, fall prone. The thing that happens when you hit the ground and you are no longer conscious, your form that you have been maintaining changes. Would you like to describe what happens when you hit the ground?
As I hit the ground, you guys, well, nobody sees this, but
I do.
I was gonna say, I feel like I can kind of see
Okay,
across the field. I watched what just went down.
My horns disappear, my hooves and my tail disappear, and there's just a human laying there, and my hair turns to a purple, quite like the one I have myself, and my markings on my skin change ever so slightly, and I have this like little goatee, and my bosom gets much smaller but not disappears, and I take my true form. I'm not a satyr, I'm a changeling.
Hey. Why not?
What a discovery! What a way to find that out when you're almost dead.
True cosplay nature.
Hey.
Lizzie, you are also attacked by the horse. You are going to take 8, 10, 14 divided by 2 is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
It is your action.
Right. So, I'm gonna kill this horse in
All right, let's go for
one
it.
fell swing. Not really. That's probably not how exactly it's gonna happen. But you know what? Let's see. That's a 19.
19's gonna hit.
So yeah, I was saying that's not adding anything. So that's just,
Yeah, definitely.
So at 19, we're gonna hit with that great axe. It is quite great, and we're gonna roll this d12, and that's another 2. Plus 5 is 7. Is it dead yet?
It is not dead, but you do have another swing.
Cool. I'm gonna swing on it again then. And that is a 12 plus my 5 plus 7. Sorry, 12 plus 7. That's a 19.
19 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna swap.
Swap to a different D12?
Swap to this bad guy over here, because you know that was double 2s, and we ain't trying to have another 2. That's 6 there, so 6 plus 5 slashes.
6 plus 5 is 11, which is more than 9. The pony is smashed to the ground at at your feet.
Bless.
Eli is about at half hit points and is able to stand back up and take an action.
Okay, cool. So if he's able to take an action, he is I keep wanting to say expendable, but stalwart is the word I'll go.
Stalwart, okay.
Is he able to make it over
He
here?
won't be able to make it there, but he can make it about halfway.
Okay. He'll move. He'll do his best to get over there. You know, if you're gonna be my lover, you gotta protect my friends.
Harley, you are below 0 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
You are now doing what's called death saving throws. Yep. It is very simple. You roll a d20. If you go above a 10, that's a success. After 3 successes, you stabilize. If you roll a 10 or lower, it is a failure. If you hit 3 failures, your character dies. So roll a d20,
Got so many d20s.
which is the good one.
I got a nat 20 on this last.
You did.
That was a 3.
The first failure, death saving throw.
You're in dice jail. Go back into Kevin.
I'm
The-
so
Go back
I
into
never
Kevin.
use my big dice because of that. Like mine
The
always
pony.
fail.
The one last skeleton pony that is awake turns and charges at Eli.
At least it's not charging Harley.
Oh no! Your dice are so unbalanced in such a good way for you.
Eli takes 2, 9, 10, 15, plus 8, 23, 32 points of damage. Goes flying back into the side as unconscious. He is currently dying.
All right.
Bunny, you are awake. It is your action.
How far can I get from behind this barn? Towards
I would
the
say you
pony?
could get on the corner of either one of the stables. So if you want to be like on either side, you can get either one.
Like in between Lizzie and Sybil?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, that's where I want to be. And then I want to cast Scorching Ray as high as possible. And create and throw 3 rays of fire and throw them at this zombie pony.
Do it.
Okay.
So Scorching Ray, 3 shots at the same horse. So that's 3 ranged spell attacks. Let's go.
Do I add anything to this?
It's your spell
spell
attack
attack.
bonus. Yeah, so I think it's a +6 for you.
Okay, roll a 4 plus 6, 10.
10 misses.
12 plus 6, 18.
18 hits.
2 plus 6, 8.
8 misses.
So
You deal just some
one
damage.
hit.
How much damage?
2d6 fire damage. 3 and 2. 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. All right. This skeleton is not looking very well at the moment. It is definitely taking quite a hit. Rain, it is your action.
All right. How far can I go?
Where do you
Like,
want to go?
Towards Harley.
You could get about halfway, but there is a skeleton pony in the way.
Totally fine. Would that put me within 60 feet of her?
You can you can cast a spell at that range.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to, and that will be within 30 feet of him, you would say?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to use Healing Word level 2 on Harley.
Okay.
So that is going to be 2d4 plus 4. So 2, 1, so 7.
And then add a d8 plus 4 because you're a chalice druid.
Right, and I'm going to do that on him because it
Okay.
says I can pick anybody around me
Yeah.
for that. So
Oh, yeah, it's true. You can balance. So
then it's a d8.
Harley, you are awake with 7 hit
6.
points.
So Eli's got 6 plus 4, 10.
So Eli is awake with 10 hit points.
And then
You were more worried than
I'm
I
going
was.
to have Mr. Wolf
You
come
were more
attack the
worried than
pony.
All right.
And since I'm there, he still gets his bonus.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to take him home?
Alright, 12 plus 6.
Hits. Roll damage.
Alrighty. And then he does 1d8 plus 4. Not the d8. That's also not the d8 because I rolled a 9 again.
I'll let you have an 8. So that's
keep
8
doing
plus
that.
how much?
8 plus 4 plus 2.
So
14.
14. That's more
Yeah.
than 13.
Cool.
It takes down this down the skeleton.
Hey.
Oh,
No war skeleton babes.
You
and then I'm
are
gonna move
you
my
have
bear up just
you
because
have
I don't
broken
trust
initiative.
It. Alright, then I guess I don't move my bear.
For now.
You stay on the board, but you're no longer in initiative order. You're able to stand up and recuperate and kind of gather where you're at.
Alrighty.
GG, TYFP, bro.
You sense a light coming through that stable that is dimming.
I'm running. I'm running to it.
How much help do you have?
I don't care. I'm running.
That's the love of her
have?
life.
You
10, okay.
you get here
Okay.
and inside there is
Oh no no.
Percival,
Oh no no no.
We don't like Percival.
and
Percival's
Sugar Spice is
shady.
on the ground. Percival, who previously had been using ropes in all of these encounters coming through, is using exclusively giant fleshy tendrils coming out of his robes at this point. Once he sees that you are there, he like freezes for a moment and then hops back out like down into the ground as if he like melts down away.
So he's running away.
Yes. What you
Can I
see,
use Mold Earth to stop him?
this is going to be just Bunny,
Okay.
to be fair. Bunny is the only person in the game in there. And so Bunny's the one that sees this, and the second someone opens up the door, he disappears.
Okay.
He leaps down. Sugar Spice has these wormy tendrils wrapped all around her as if it's trying to pull her down into the ground.
Okay.
And she seems like she has been tortured. As you get there, as soon as you get in there and he disappears, she goes unconscious. And the light that was in the room drops.
No. Okay. Can I fire bolt the worms that are coming out of the ground wrapped around her?
You could try, but they are like wrapped around her like he was doing like binding her down. So they are like on her. If you attempted to burn the worms, it would probably hurt her.
I misunderstood that. Okay. Well, I still have my dagger in my hand. Can I try to just cut them off of her to free her?
You can try, but first I need you to roll these 3 dice.
Okay.
Can you describe what's on those dice?
Heartbeats.
Pulses.
Yeah.
Please roll those dice for me.
My heart is going to break if Sugar Spice doesn't make it.
I hate this.
Okay.
2 heartbeats in a blink.
That's good. Her heart is beating. She is alive. You may attempt to take off a piece of the tentacles.
I'm gonna say I burst into the room behind
You're there.
her.
You're in next.
I'm running up. So I'm like, you wanna,
Am I, while
throw
she's
me
cutting
out
away,
here.
can I cast a heal?
You can, when you go in there to attempt to cast a heal, you can tell that there's something more happening than just being at 0 hit points. You could heal, but you don't think that it will stop whatever is happening. It seems like it's tied to these tentacles.
Well, it's a good thing I'm
So,
a rogue. I'm good with rogues.
Go ahead and make a medicine check or a melee attack roll. You're attempting to cut off the tentacles.
Is melee attack
Strength.
strength?
Before she rolls that, can I give guidance?
You can.
Okay. I need to just run in behind me. Okay.
3 plus 4.
Okay.
Plus whatever.
Plus 2. So, no, wait. 3 plus 6, 9.
9.
Yeah.
You cut them away, but you can't seem to cut through them.
Okay.
Rain. Before you do anything, roll those 3 dice.
Well, Bunny's in a pure panic, so help! Help! I'm helping!
You're hurting me.
I don't like this.
You're hurting all of us.
I got a flat line, a blank, and a heartbeat.
You got a heartbeat. That's good.
I guess I'm gonna try to cut them away too. I don't have much else I can do.
Yeah, let's try it. You have a medicine check, though. You can do it from a medical perspective as opposed to a fighting perspective.
And I have proficiency in medicine.
Let's do it.
6 plus 6, 12.
12. You are able to cut some of them away. About a third of them are cut away.
Okay.
Sybil, are you going to attempt to run in?
Can I see?
You see that there is like screaming and yelling inside of this stable.
Cool. Can I Misty step in?
You can. That's a bonus action. You can get all the way in there.
All right, beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and Misty step in.
Awesome. You see that everything I've described so far.
Beautiful.
Are you like to attempt to help cut off all these tentacles?
Of course.
You must roll those dice first.
Curse you, DM.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Blanks. But no flat lines. That's a good sign.
All right. So nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
All right, but that's weird that I rolled 3 of the same thing.
A little bit.
All right. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to cut some off.
Hey, you're good at using a knife.
I'm also good at ropes.
Yes, you are.
Also give her guidance.
Awesome. So roll some dice. Let's see what we got.
Do I need to roll to attack?
Yes, it's gonna be a melee attack.
Okay.
12,
12
Plus 4.
plus 6. So,
So plus
18.
22.
Successful. 2/3 of the tentacles and worms are off of Sugar Spice.
Beautiful.
There's only a third left.
Only a third left.
Yeah, I'm up in there too. I was running. As soon as I heard Bunny gasp. Please, baby. If she's dead, I'm definitely gonna cry.
There's a pulse.
Thank God.
You can take the great axe and attempt to get off the last third
I'm
of
also
the
giving her
worms.
guidance.
I'm gonna use a hand axe instead.
Okay, that's fair.
'Cause that's a little more, it's not quite so.
Dramatic.
I also giving her
More
guidance.
precise.
Well, a little more precision there.
Yep. So you can add a d4 to this.
Okay. That's a 2.
Plus 7, 9, plus a d4 from guidance.
D4.
That's 13. Oh no, she has to roll.
Little
Yes, to
weird
roll the D4.
one.
Oh, whoops.
Little weird one, that's a 4.
That's 13. You cut off the remaining worms. Sugar Spice's eyes open.
I had to take a moment.
Her eyes open.
Yes, she wakes up.
Does she need healing?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm a healer. Especially because I'm in the fancy mode, chalice mode. I'm just gonna use regular healing words. So it's 1d4 plus 4. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus another d8. Let me grab the right one this time. Swear I forgot this one. Okay. Plus 2.
So
9.
9.
Yeah.
All right, it helps her out. She's able to then stagger up to like a seated position. You know, horses like sit down. And she looks up and she says, "Champions, I'm so happy to see you. After everything lost, at least I didn't fail you." And she like reaches into her armor and she pulls out and is holding the last star piece.
Yay!
And that is where we are going to cut this episode as we head into the finale of Dungeons and Deviants, The Fractured Star. Everyone join us next time for some more excitement.